Bunting for a base hit.
Trying to bunt his way on.
A sneak attack.
Make it a double.
Oh my goodness.
How about that?
A two-base bunt.
How about a bunt double?
Taylor got a run in from third his first time up with a bases loaded walk. Safety squeeze, and here comes Gallo to score, and nobody's covering first base. And now Taylor trying to go to second base, and Perez wondering why time wasn't called. The safety squeeze, you rarely see the suicide squeeze anymore, but Taylor laid it down. Another successful bunt attempt.
We are getting a defensive shift. We are getting Kiner Falefa moving to straightaway left, and then the left fielders moving more towards left center. Gonzalez, 4 outfielders. You don't see this often.
And Makata is going to bunt his way on. Sheets is going to make the turn, and he's going to try for third, and that's going to be a bunt double. If they're going to give it to you, take it.
I love this play so much. It's a baseball play. Great job by Sheets not stopping at second base.
The Phillies have hadn't had many opportunities, and they really need to cash in.
A bunt, a sneak attack. Odubel gets it done and rolls underneath the glove of McMahon. 2-run score. How about a bunt double? Well, that'll get it done. It's 3-0 Phillies.
He wasn't expecting it. He wasn't expecting to make the play, so that was not in his thought process. As an infielder, you go through all the plays, the possible plays that can happen that you want to make. That was not one of them.
Reese McGuire batting with Gurriel at first. Gurriel's running, and that ball is down the third base line. Gets past Ramirez. Gurriel can come to third, and there's contact there by the shortstop, and the umpire pointing it out as Gurriel, again, base running has been terrific tonight for the Blue Jays, and he saw that ball get past Ramirez and advances all the way to third. 4 outfielders on defense against Biggio, and he bunts it in the air, and that's going to be a base hit, so take that and your 4 outfielders.
Make it a double.
He's going to second base. How about that? Attaboy, Kevin. So you want to play 4 outfielders, do you? Tell you what, he is so aware, isn't he?
Brilliant, just brilliant. That wasn't a bunt just to get it down. That was a punch bunt where he's going to try and basically butcher boy that ball and get it to where the shortstop should be. He punches it into the outfield. The outfielders are playing deep. He doesn't just get a single out of it. He's going to turn that into a double.
Carpenter against the shift. Nobody there. Why not take 2? It'll be the shortest double of his career standing up. Unbelievable. Why not bunt? Of course you bunt. And he picks up a double.
If someone gives you a gift, you accept it. And that's what Matt Carpenter did. The gift was going to be the single. He got a little something extra, put something on it, realized there's nobody over there. He's going to have the opportunity to continue to run.
The exit velocity of 38 miles an hour, literally.
Very good bunter as well. Something to keep in the back of your mind. And he shows bunt, trying to bunt his way on. That is a fair ball. Oh my goodness. This is going to score 2. And it's a bunt double for Orlando Arcia.
Wow.
Incredible.
This one you think you've seen everything, right? That's a first.
6-3 Brewers on a bunt double by Arcia.
That's just smart baseball by Arcia.
Now Escobar, who is singled, walked, scored a run, grounded out, flied out, and the ball clips off of Tiefert, and there goes Escobar to second base. So that's got to be a double, Hud.
You don't see it that often, but I agree with you. That's got to be a bunt double. The way he hustled down first base, made his turn, and I'm sure that Rusty Coons helped him with that because he was the eyes for Escobar as the ball was behind him. What a good hustle double that was.
Here is Nate McLouth. Bunting for a base hit. Perfectly dragged. He's going to get one. It's going to roll into the outfield. He's going to go for 2. And Nate McLouth with a bunt double.
Wow. What a play. Well, nice job by Nate McLouth. He's shown it a few times here in the last couple weeks. Perfect execution here. You see the shift on, and Beckham, he just vacates. He thinks first baseman Rodriguez is going to get it. He's going to cover first. And McLeod, a good quick pickup of that on into second base for the bunt double.
Cano reaching the 100 RBI mark earlier this week. Bunting, a completely vacated hold on the left side, and Cano's thinking about extra bases here. A two-base bunt by Robinson Cano. Wow. That's the first bunt single or anything, bunt double in this case, but the first bunt hit by Robinson Cano all year.
One of whom had a national broadcasting reputation, Lindsey Nelson, as Parr tries to drag a bunt, and he gets it through the hole. How about that? Ross will go to third. Parr heads to second with a bunt double.
How about that? I've never seen that. I have never seen someone bunt this hard and get a double out of it to boot.
Just when you think you've seen it all.
How about that? That's going to be a double. That's a little Rafael Furcal right there. I don't remember seeing Juan Pierre ever do that. Yeah. Not that he's been in Philadelphia, but over the years, he's not that kind of guy, but he tried it a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, and not only that, though, he usually would try and get it where it was going past the pitcher. He actually swings and bunts it. That ball's by Ramirez right down the line. He couldn't have rolled that ball any better than that.
And it's Berry leading it off. He pops up a bunt. He's going to get by Kochman and get by the second baseman Kipnis. It'll go to the grass. Berry is on his way to second, and he's in there standing up.
It's a bunt. It's not the greatest bunt, but it works.
So for the second time in this game, the Tigers get the leadoff man to second base. First career hit for Quentin Berry.
Here's Pennington. Big RBI double to right his last time up. 1 for 3. Beauty. Adam Moore going up the line, and good job there as Jack Wilson was also covering third. Fine bunt. And now
let's see if he picks it up with his mask.
Bobble.
Yep.
And then yeah, he did.
That's
absolutely.
A no-no. Take a look at it. Squares around. Really good bunt by Pennington. Lopez, one chance. That's to barehand it and try to get rid of it quickly. Can't come up with it. Yeah, he used his mask. Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
So the runners get the extra bag.
In his career, Owings has never pitched well in July. 1-6. Furcal batting .251. Micah's 2-1 pitch fastball slap bunt over the head of Encarnacion and down the line. Chased there by Hairston, who falls down. Furcal is into second base with a slap double over the third baseman's head. Rafael will slap it towards the shortstop. That time he gave it a little downward bunt. It popped in the air. Encarnacion ran out from under it as he was racing towards home plate. And Furcal has a bunt double. Tyler Yates, slider, fastball, curveball, and change. But he's in the big city now. The bunt in the air, foul or fair? Fair over the head of Chipper Jones, and Pierre will have himself a little pop fly double. So Juan Pierre pushes it over the head of Chipper Jones and drops it just inside the foul line for a double. Nice bunt if he can get away with it, and he did.
Juan Pierre to start it against Steve Traxel. A lot of guys in this lineup have had good success. He slaps it past Wigginton and into left. Pierre makes a turn. He's going to test Cliff Floyd. The throw to second. Not in time. He's saved.
How about that? What a way to start the game for JP. We see third baseman play in so much with Juan Pierre and try to take that bunt away. Every so often he'll try to slap one. And this one worked to perfection. Slapped it past Wigginton into shallow left field. Cliff Floyd makes a pretty good play, but never hesitating. Juan Pierre. So how about a double on the bunt?
Little swinging bunt eats up Wes Helms. Going for two. Chavez slides in safely. He did exactly what he wanted to with that baseball. Now Wes may tell you that he should have knocked it down, but Helms charging. Chavez saw him and just wanted to slap it either at him or right by him.
50,028 in attendance tonight. Our 11th sellout. Look at that. Little half swing, and this might be a double. It is a double. This guy can fly.
Reminiscent of Tony Fernandez. Some may remember him back in the American League with Toronto. He used to do this all the time. Square off the bunt, make the third baseman come at you, and then just swing at it.
Now, certainly the curveball is a better pitch to bunt than the fastball. Patterson looked very susceptible to curveballs in his at-bats against left-handers in Wrigley Field. And Karras pretty much convinced he's going to bunt. And he does. And it's by Beltre. And here comes DeShields. The throw is not in time. And on a bunt double by Corey Patterson, the Cubs steal a run. How do you like that? And it's 4-3 Chicago. A bunt double. And he got another curveball, and charging Beltre slipped and went down, and there was no chance to make a play on the fleet-footed DeShields. Izturis made a remarkable off-balance throw to LaDuca, but it was too late.
Rafael Furcal leads off and bunts one. That's going to be two bases, a two-base bunt. How about that?
It's just a wonderful game. You see stuff all the time that you think you'll never see happen, but this is a perfect push bunt down the third base line, and again Ventura is coming in like a banshee. I mean, he is a wild man charging, and he runs right by that ball that was bunted hard.
And the first pitch of the night on the way from DeSantis, bunted over the head of Steins down the left field line. Have you ever seen anyone bunt for a double? You have now, maybe more than that. As the ball gets by Dimitri Young, he winds up at third after a leadoff bunt. That'll be a bunt double and an error on the left fielder, Dimitri Young. I have never seen anyone get all the way to third on a bunt before.
Well, he draws the infield in. He's worked on this, and the idea is just to slap it over the head of the third baseman. It could not be any better place. Once it heads to foul territory, it's a double. And once Young has trouble coming up with it, he's on third.
0-1, he tries to bunt, pops it up over the head of the third baseman. It's a fair ball. Nunez going to second, and he is safe. Ball over his head, and he'll stay there at second base. The second baseman Young had no chance. That's unbelievable. A bunt double over the head of the third baseman, Adrian Beltre, landed behind the dirt portion of third base.
And then nobody could pick it up.
Oh my!
Well, you know, Ives, he just got too much of the baseball and ended up, well, being lucky, so to speak.
Oh my!
And you know, you can't call it anything else than that. That was just a lucky play.
A bunt double.
31st double for Grizzle. Good bunt. That's going to go for a hit. It may score the run. It will. Lansing races to second base. A bunt double. And it's 1-0.
Renteria, you recall, a right-hand hitter, and the pitch. He bunts toward third. Pushes it right along the truck line. They let it roll fair. It goes beyond the bag. Castillo is going to score. They let it roll. Renteria into second. He's going to stay there with a double. A bunt double. Unbelievable. And the Marlins grab a 2-0 lead. I haven't seen that in years. Ori decided to let the bunt keep on bouncing. And it bounced from here to eternity.
The first inning for the Dodgers, Chad Fonville with a bunt double down the first base line. A nice play by Chad Fonville. This will set up the Dodgers' first run as Jose Offerman will be the next batter facing starter Pete Shorrock.
Belinda got hung up in the turf, and here comes Larkin around second. He'll get into third easily, and down to second base goes Hal.
The Twins' bid for a split of the doubleheader starts out on a strange note, as in the bottom of the first inning, Brett Butler gets a double out of this bunt that goes through the infield.
Guy who gave so much to so many. It was nice to see people be able to give a little back to Jim. Swinging bunt by Griffin, done beautifully. Alfredo's going for two, and the throw by Ripken. Oh, not in time. Well, with the third baseman Gross playing in and looking for a possible bunt, he shortened up on the bat and just slapped the ball over Gross's head. Well done.
A clinic on how to do that.
McDowell still the batter against Gubiza, and he lays down a drag bunt on the right side. It goes under Frank White's mitt. McDowell the head first slide. Wayne Tollison scores 1-0 Texas. McDowell gets up and slides in safely at second with a bunt double and an RBI.